It's official. Look what Trump just did to the unemployment rate in the U.S. He broke a 17-year-old record. This is how you make America great again. The United States unemployment rate fell to its lowest level in nearly 17 years during the month of October, while at the same time job creation continued climbing steadily after the two devastating hurricanes in Texas and Puerto Rico hit us. The jobless rate fell to 4.1%, down a tenth of a point from just a month ago, the lowest the U.S. economy has seen since before the dot-com bubble burst back in December of 2000. Job creators added 261,000 net new jobs as businesses reopened in the wake of Hurricanes Harvey and Irma in just those areas alone. The result showed U.S. job markets are in good health, easily bouncing back from the storms that paused the energy hub in southeast Texas and forced millions of Floridians to have to flee their homes back in September. The data for that month also turned out not be as negative as was initially reported, where 8,000 new jobs created rather than a loss of 33,000 positions as was predicted initially. Now see folks, what the U.S. really needed wasn't so-called recovery summer fake narratives that never came from the Barack Hussein Obama administration. We needed a real president, one who understands business, capitalism and the American way. All a president had to do is unlock the chains of regulations and let the American economy and its people do their thing. Via Politico in 2010, Obama, Biden declare recovery summer. Vice President Joe Biden today will kick off the Obama administration's recovery summer, a 6-week-long push designed to highlight the jobs accompanying a surge in stimulus-funded projects to improve highways, parks, drinking water and other public works. David Axelrod, a senior advisor to the president, said, "This summer will be the most active Recovery Act season yet, with thousands of highly visible road, bridge, water and other infrastructure projects breaking ground across the country, giving the American people a first-hand look at the Recovery Act in their own backyards and making it crystal clear what the cost would have been of doing nothing." Biden, President Barack Obama and other administration officials will travel to more than 24 Recovery Act project sites in coming weeks. On Friday, the president will travel to Columbus, Ohio, to mark the groundbreaking of the 10,000th Recovery Act road project to get underway. The administration says the road improvement project in downtown Columbus is expected to create over 300 construction jobs, and will contribute to a broader economic development effort in the area around Nationwide Children's Hospital. On Monday, Biden will travel to Midland, Michigan, for the groundbreaking of the new Dow Kokam Advanced Battery Manufacturing Facility, a project made possible by a $161 million Recovery Act Advanced Battery Grant awarded last year. In addition to creating 1,000 construction jobs, Dow says the project will eventually employ 800 permanent manufacturing workers. Axelrod continued, "In the face of the greatest economic crisis since the Great Depression, Republicans in Congress chose to play politics with economic recovery and declared the Recovery Act a failure before it even began. They made a cynical bet that if the president fails, they win. Democrats chose to act by tackling the crisis head-on." Just over a year later, the Recovery Act is putting millions of Americans to work in helping the economy grow again. But our work is far from over. Kevin Smith, a spokesman for House Minority Leader John Boehner, Republican Ohio, responded, "The president's trillion-dollar stimulus has failed to meet his most basic promises on job creation, and Axelrod knows that. We've lost 3 million jobs since the stimulus was enacted." Yet another desperate sales pitch about the virtues of massive government spending and piling up more debt on our kids and grandkids isn't going to fool anyone. The vice president on Thursday will present Obama with a report laying out a spike in stimulus activity this summer, and how it will contribute to a steady climb to a total of 3.5 million Recovery Act jobs by the end of the year. Highlights: transportation. There will be 6 times as many highway projects underway in July 2010 as in July 2009. Projects will surge from 1,750 last summer to over 10,000 this summer. And while last summer we improved about 9,000 miles of highway, this summer we'll improve over 30,000 miles. That's the equivalent of 10 cross-country road trips on improved highways. Clean and drinking water. This summer over 3,000 clean and drinking water projects will have started versus just over 100 last summer. That's nearly 30 times as many. Let us hope and pray that the 8 long dark years of the Barry Soetoro administration serve as a lesson to the American voters. It's better to vote for a candidate because of the content of his, her character and experience, not just because of the color of his skin or, even worse, because he's considered cool. Obama will go down in history as the president that couldn't but was given more than enough chances because of the color of his skin. That's a sad footnote in U.S. history.